Good morning, Andrew Cooper here, Advice for Living Financial Planning in Diamond Creek. Last week I sent out an email, which I know a number of you saw. I said I was at a seminar all day on Thursday on what's happening in the financial markets and what may happen and that sort of thing. As it turned out, I could really have left after the first speaker, but unfortunately I didn't know that at the time. The rest of the day was interesting, but probably didn't offer much more than what I'd heard from the first speaker. The short story is that even the people that are watching the market every day and are theoretically a lot better qualified than me, they don't know what's going to happen either. They know that this US-China trade war is causing difficulties for a lot of markets around the world, but they don't think it's going to be Armageddon. They believe it will be resolved. The background to it, of course, is that the Americans are cranky that the Chinese keep basically pinching all their intellectual property. They're making cheap knockoffs of stuff, both manufactured products and also things like computer software and that sort of thing. So that's really the background to it, and the tariffs are a weapon that they're using. But they don't think it's going to be a long-term major issue, but they are concerned because it is causing volatility in markets around the world. That means markets are up one day and down the next and that sort of thing. So really the issue is it's an annoyance. It's causing difficulties, but it's probably not going to be a long-term issue. The other one was there's been a lot of news stuff about this inverted yield curve, which basically means that for people who are lending money to the government, so like buying government bonds, that on occasions they get a better return from a 2-year bond than they do from a 10-year bond. And the concern about that is that if you're going to lock your money away for a longer period of time, you should get better interest, I suppose. And the shock horror around that is that, inverted yield curve means a recession is coming. Well, on occasions that is the case, but it's not the situation in every case. And certainly the indications from the speakers on Thursday was that it's just one of the indicators about what's going on. And sure, this one's not so flash, but there's a whole string of other indicators that are saying, well, actually, that's not the problem. A recession is not on the cards. That things are actually going okay. And probably one of the biggest ones is that banks are still lending money to both borrowers and also to each other. And when the global financial crisis came, sort of 10 years ago, or 12 years ago now. That's what stopped. Banks stopped lending to each other. And when the money stops, it's a bit like musical chairs. When the money stops, that's really when when the music stops, that's when things are not really so flash. So, and that's not happening. Banks are lending money. There is plenty of cash around. And so all the other indicators are saying that, look, things are actually okay. The share market, you will always hear, the share market dropped X% today and shock horror and that sort of X many billions wiped off the share market. What you won't hear, of course, is all of the other days when the market actually goes up because, of course, there's no news in good news. So don't be concerned about that. For our clients, you're in the right asset allocation. You're in the right investment funds. So we don't need to panic. We just need to leave that money where it is and allow the market to do its job. Sure, there might be short-term periods where the market's down, but in the longer term, it's been up. Certainly in the last 12 months, we've had terrific growth from all sorts of asset classes. So I'm pretty happy with what's going on. But anyway, so that's just a quick overview. As I said, I went to that day last Thursday to find out what's going on, and I suppose what I found out was that there's not a lot of new news. The trade war continues to be an issue, but it's not at this stage. It's having some collateral damage, but it's not the end of the world. So anyway, I hope that's of some use. We'll obviously be, if you've got any concerns, do please give me a call or an email, and we're happy to chat. And of course, remember, we are a referral-based business, so if there are other people just like you who you think might benefit from a discussion with us, then do please have them give me a call, and we'd be happy to arrange a sit down. Of course, initial meetings with us are at no cost and without obligation. So have a great day.